Pone's ship is attempting to make a massive leap through time.
How massive?
If my calculations are correct, he's planning to leap backwards approximately 13.772 billion years. But the universe is only 6,000 years old. Everybody knows that. Oh, shit. Pone's gonna travel back to the year zero and try to meet God. He thinks he's only traveling a couple thousand years back, but he's heading straight towards the Great Expansion. The what now?
The Big Bang, you idiot!
So, like a great big space orgy? Indeed, the greatest space orgy ever known. Time will have slowed down to almost nothing. All the matter in the universe coalesced into a single point, the very beginnings of the entire universe. And Pone is headed straight for it, to fuck the entire universe sideways. Pone has opened a time portal. And let me guess, we've got to stop Pone from going through it. You bet your sweet posterior we do. Lucky for us, Pone's engines seem to be inoperable. So we win. Yay.
Now what? Fix the ship, tow that ark behind us, and go home?
It can't ever be that simple.
Something is bound to happen that will prevent us from doing that.
What do you think this is, a Michael Bay movie? Pone is out of commission. We win. As I said before, yay.
I'm telling you guys, something bad is coming.
Huh, that's odd. Pone's time machine must have been damaged. The portal he's opened is strange.
Strange how?
It's unstable and growing.
I told you!
Well, I mean, it looks normal size to me. It's growing in power, not size, you ninny. It would appear the portal has connected with the start point of the universe. The time disparity between the two ends of the portal is causing a complete chronal cascade, which could jeopardize the entire universe.
I caught like half of none of that.
Use your stupid words, Dunderhead. Before the Great Expansion, time did not exist. We are situated where time does exist. The difference between the two is causing chronotons to rapidly flow through the vortex from our position to the timeless void of the Great Expansion. Stupider. The vortex is a big hole in our universe that is draining time into the past. Stupider.
There's something not quite right about that time portal, mate.
Ah, who cares? Get us in it and let's get her done. Me and God Almighty is gonna have a nice long talk.
But if we travel to year zero, won't we just travel to the year that Jesus was born, and not when God created the universe?
What are you, some sort of plot hole revealing fanboy? I changed the setting on the time machine from Julian to standard. Now let's kick this tub in the guts and get moving.
I would if I could, but the engines don't want to cooperate, do they?
Then fix them!
Alright, with what? Me astro-engineering degree? Look, Sunshine, the only degree I got is one on how to make people bleed.
Really?
Yeah, I got it from the Blackpool School for Street Toughs and Bounders. Graduated top of me class, I did.
All right, last time. Imagine that you have a balloon filled with air. That would be our current space-time, but instead of air, it's filled with time. You also have an uninflated balloon. That would be the timeless void of the Great Expansion, or Big Bang. Now you take a straw and connect the two balloons. All the time from our balloon starts to flow into the other balloon. Oh, so space is full of air?
I think he means that time is a balloon.
How could you possibly misunderstand what I said, you scientifically illiterate imbeciles? Who's scientifically illiterate? I have a degree in creation science from Patriot University. Is there any way you can explain it even dumber, like as if you were talking to a brain-damaged goldfish or something? I don't have time to simplify already simple subjects. That portal is bad, and we need to do something about it.
Big deal, some chronotons are spilling into the Great Expansion, so?
So, it could interfere with the very event that begins the universe. Not only that, but if time spills out of this universe, it will start screwing things up here as well. We are in the middle of a time tornado, gentlemen. And that's bad. Probably. Can't you just, I don't know, get out and push?
I don't think that's how space works, Sunshine.
Well, how am I supposed to know? I don't believe in all this science crap, and I don't care how it works. Just get the ship a-moving.
You don't see the irony of an anti-science creationist stealing a sophisticated piece of scientific equipment to facilitate his religious agenda, do you?
Irony is for the weak. I believe in Bible things. Vengeance, retribution, and revenge.
Those are literally the same thing. Right, tell you what. The only way this ship is gonna move is if we vent our air supply into space through the rear emergency venting system. That should push us towards the vortex, but we run the risk of suffocating.
Well, do it! Once we're in the presence of the Almighty, we won't need to breathe.
And you know this how?
Divine inspiration. Or some such shit.
This wouldn't be the same divine inspiration that done told you to steal a time machine, would it?
One and the same. I can hear it. Right here in me head. It's how I knows it's divine, because it ain't my voice I'm hearing.
You ever think that sometimes, mate, that maybe you're just hearing voices because, I don't know, you're insane?
Oh shoot, that's what they say about everybody that said they heard God's voice in their head. Repairs are at 78%, but we have a problem. Oh goody, another one. Pone's ship seems to be venting its air supply to move it towards the time vortex.
And if he goes through, bad things will happen.
Most likely. So we'll use the tractor beam.
The tractor beam is still busted!
Well, I guess we'll just have to destroy the Ark, I guess. We can't! The Ark opened that time portal, and the time machine on that Ark is the only one that can shut the time portal down. We need to board the Ark, wrest control from the crew, and shut down their time machine. Okay, fine, we'll do that. Oswald, move us closer to the Ark. You got it, Captain Man. We must hurry, gentlemen. If that portal becomes too large, not even the time machine on the Ark will be able to shut it down. It will become a self-sustaining temporal singularity. And that's bad. It will eventually drain all of the time out of the universe. Oh, the balloon thing? Yes, the balloon thing. Okay, we're gonna need a boarding party. Dunderhead, you be in charge of shutting down the portal and, Oh, me. Why you? What are you gonna do? Preach at Pone? No, I'm first gonna beat him up a little, and then I'm gonna preach at him. And by preach, I mean gloat. And what if he's not alone? In the case of henchmen, we'll have Oswald. Oh boys, I get to do some beat 'em ups? Yes, but only bad guys. Do not beat up the ship or any of the machines. But what if the machines are bad guys? Oh, like mean robots? Like on Star Wars? Those robots were so mean. If there's mean robots, you can beat them up too. What if there's like mean monkeys? Like 100 mean monkeys? Oh, 100 mean monkeys riding on robots that are mean. Fine, on the off chance that Pone happens to have an army of mean monkeys, go for it. Beat the crap out of them. Oh boy, I hope there's like 100 mean monkeys and mean robots on that Ark ship. I can finally check them off of my bucket list of things that I want to beat up.
So, let me get this straight. If someone hears voices in their head, they're crazy. But if they says it's God, they ain't?
Exactly.
Even them people what murder people because they say God told them to?
Well, except them. Look, it's simple. If you're white and rich and a preacher and you hear God a-talking in your brain pan, then you ain't crazy. If you're just some dumb jerk, then you are.
How do you know it was God?
That's easy. He said he was.
What did he sound like?
Real familiar. Like somebody that I knew. I just couldn't put my finger on who.
Uh-oh, it looks like that ship of fools is moving closer. I think they mean to board us, mate.
Then let's get a move on. Get this Ark into that portal.
We're at top speed. They're gonna catch up to us.
Then you're gonna have to murder the fuck out of anybody that steps on board. Okay, Gary, you assist the professor, and last but not least, me.
You?
Yeah, I'm the captain, so I'm gonna be part of the away team. Yes, you are the captain, so that means you stay here. James T. Kirk never stayed on the bridge.
You are not Kirk.
Hurtful, Gary. As captain, you stay here and coordinate our efforts, and if things go badly, and it looks like Pone may successfully enter the time vortex, you must destroy the space ark, with us inside. Whoa, what? Well, we can't very well allow Pone to travel back to the Great Expansion event. The amount of damage he could cause would be impossible to calculate. The only option would be to destroy the ark.
With us still in it?
If need be, I am prepared to sacrifice myself in the name of the universe. Aren't you?
Well, I suppose there's worse ways to die.
I have no idea what Dr. Man is talking about, but, okay. Well, pardon my French, but fuck no. Look, Captain Underpants, if you even think about destroying the Ark with my little purple butt still on board, you better not do it, you understand? Couldn't we just teleport them off the ship? There may be no time. As we speak, raw chronotons are flowing past our ships and into that vortex. Time anomalies are a very real concern. We may be experiencing time radically different than the Pone ship. As far as we know, he could already be in the vortex. But you said destroying the space ark was out of the question because we needed to use their time machine to stop the vortex. Destroying the space ark is our very last hope. There is a slim possibility that the resulting explosion could destabilize the vortex enough to cause it to collapse.
How slim?
Well, let's just say it's equally as likely that the explosion could reinforce the vortex and tear a hole in space-time bigger than my Aunt Prudis's backside. And your Aunt Prudis has a butt that's big, does she? You've never met my Aunt Prudis. Believe me, it's huge. We have no choice. We must board the Ark and shut down that time machine and risk sacrificing ourselves in the process. Well, I don't know about you jerks, but I am never, ever going to choose sacrifice. I'm not actually your friend Jason, but a time traveler that leaps from one person's body to another, and somehow I wound up here in this. Okay, fine, it's not Jason. So, what's this thing you gotta help me with? Right, Fundy. Very soon you'll have to make a very difficult choice. When you do, choose sacrifice. What does that mean? I can't tell you much more, just that the fate of the entire universe depends on you to choose sacrifice. Well, here's hoping you leave. Now. Just remember, Fundy, sacrifice. Everything and everyone you care about hangs in the balance. Oh, crap. Hey, everybody, it's me, Oswald. Hey, Jason. What? What's your bucket list? You made me say the line bucket list. I don't even know what a bucket list is. I'll tell you after you do the shout-outs. Oh, holding it for ransom, huh? Okie dokie. Hey everybody, go listen to these shows. Lemme Finish with Jason and Atticus. Late Seating with Jason and Steve. Filmtastic Voyage with Mike and Alex. And Cine-tific with Aaron and Jason. Yep, if you want a whole face full of Jason crammed all up on your face, clogging up your pores and giving you funny zits, then listen to the Lemme Listen podcast family of things. It's like a face full of funny zits. All done. Thanks. No problem. Now, bucket list. A bucket list is stuff that you want to do before you kick the bucket. So, I would have a list of things that I want to do before I kick a bucket. No, not kick a bucket, kick the bucket. What bucket? You know, the big proverbial bucket. What's a proverbial bucket? You know, before you die. You kick a bucket before you die? It's just something people say. Well, if you have to kick a bucket before you die, then we need to get rid of all the buckets. If we get rid of all the buckets, then no one will die, and then no one will ever leave me. How come no one thought of this before? Just grab all the buckets and chuck them in the ocean. But then the fish will kick the buckets. I don't know how fish will be able to kick buckets since they don't have feet or legs, but I'm sure if they swipe them with their tail, then all the fish will start to die. Why hasn't anyone ever told me about this? Why? If buckets are so evil, we should have thrown them into the sun. Everybody, go to your house, find your buckets, do not kick them, and throw them into the sun. Not everyone is as strong as you, Oswald. Everyone just can't throw things into the sun.
Why not?